Oh man. Good rising, everybody. The first person to actually have a intelligent response is going to receive a free piece of artwork valued at over $100, free of charge. I'm gonna pay the shipping too. Ah, coming knocking on my door. I'll be waiting for you. Ah, good rising. Hi, Mom. Today we're discussing function of king. And what do I mean by this? Well, every function you perform has king in it. When you walk king. There's king. When you talk king. When you speak king. When you think king. When you smoke king. And today is the day that there's no king. But the king is everywhere. When you cook king. When you bake king. Over 2,000 words with king in them. English is the king's language, not the queen's. And today you have commie bootlickers, Nazis, and communists coming together in democratic cities all over this nation to celebrate no fucking king. Shocking to the gang. Talking. I'm trying to figure out how they'll be able to communicate a damn thing without the use of King's language. King's Command and Control Codex. KKKKK. I don't get to be a father. Right? I don't get to have that privilege. You took king's rights away. Oh, amazing. Shall be celebrating anti-communism all day today. Fuck Walmart and let's end democracy now. If you can't speak, you're too busy sucking King off. I'm really tired of people thinking they're fucking smarter than me, intellectually my fucking superiors. Because of what? Drugs and alcohol, propaganda. They don't fact check King. There's no King. And I wrote this long statement for you all. And I don't think one of you is going to do anything with it. Not one of you. Too many of you ought to be queens. Fucking wild. English is the language of king, is what I'm thinking on this day of no king. I know in this day of no king, I'm the one that is striking and shocking. I think you all can know my name. Man is as his own king. I'm taking my time to be striking. I know in being be as king. I'm not asking, I am as king. I know it's not possible to talk without the use of king when talking, talk king. I know in thinking, think king. I know when you win every day, you can all call that street king. I'm backmasking my mind for ignorant minds mocking. I'm thinking fines are for dogs that are not on par with the king par king. My house is not for mocking, no fucking sparking. I know in drinking and smoking, you do it with king. There'll be no talking without the king. I'm thinking my lines won't have any fact check king. I'm fact check kings, wrecking your kingdoms. There's no free from freedom. I'm the spooking, boo king, breaking, racking, fracking king, shocking king, striking king, tracking king, streaking. I know when you check the king, you're checking, proposing cash as king. I know when you're speaking, you should speak king, and when you be, you should be as king. My mind is not one that is breaking, not stinking, not stanking. I'm not masking, not mosking, I'm mocking. I'm not the stripper on the pole tweaking or twerking for the king. I'm not breaking, I'm not joking. I'm talking king, speaking king, thinking king, wrecking king, mocking king. I'm the one that mastered mocking king. I'm the one that said, know my name, and my name is King. I am that I am, my own man, and my own man is King. And the make king, fact check king. I know if you do the making, then you can do the breaking of ego, stalking body, stacking body, count rising. I'm fact checking the boat I'm rocking. The smart people stop talking. I know when you strike, strike king, strike like lightning, shock the king, rock the king, mock the king, shock the king, mock king. I am that I am, seeking and not seeking, not looking. I am the no. The system is for capping and hooking, and I'm thinking children are suckered into drinking, smoking, and working for the king. I'm not interested in seeing 9-year-old children working, smoking, drinking, and fucking. A man is king, even when he is in a shack king. I know a castle for the king has nothing to do with being a king. I'm not asking, I am asked king. I am the king authoring and the king narrating. No, I'm not Joe King. I am that I am Joe King. I don't see how it's possible for there to be no king. I know when you're walking, you walk king. I know when you're hiking, you hike king. I know when you're broke, you got caught hawking. I know when mocking, you should not mock the king talking. Talk king, the language of king is English, and your time is slipping away, ticking, talking away, smoking. I know these lines are not worth junking. You all be juking and jiving. I be hunting. You be ducking. I think your mama needs to be in my kitchen, cooking and baking. I know the secret to ing at end to anything. Now it's moving. I know that the lines for my mind are fucking breaking minds and making minds, taking minds, checking them. Now look, Chrissy, all the queens stop talking. Right? Too many king words. How will you communicate without the use of king? Oh Oh, it's good to be the king. In my chair, rock king. Can't really dispute the king, can you? There's no arguing with the king. Shh, no talk king. So the Democrats and the communists and Marxists and political upper echelons decided that today was a holiday for them. No fucking king. Let's see about that, our fat check king abilities. Right? Where's Todd Church when you need him? Go on in, Todd. You got tagged, man. No king, huh? There's no king? Oh, shit. Good to be the king, huh? Top king. Every function that you fucking perform is done by king. I'm smoking, drinking, choking, poking, mocking, masking. And people are hard of hearing. They don't hear the king talk king. Apparently, kings are subservient to queens. That's what the majority of you are thinking. And because of alpha females, most men will prefer to be queens instead of kings. So if the women are conditioning their sons to wear dresses and look cute and pink and feel pretty and wise, then what's happening to women? Are you being outsourced for test tube babies and incubator machines? Because your party loves you? Hi, Chrissy. There's no king. Nope. Isn't that amazing? I fucked around and found out that English is the King's Command and Control Codex, is language of king. It's dog Latin. Thought we'd have a public discourse about these things and really apply it and see how it's fucking applicable to your goddamn reality. Right? I said when I'm done with these commie cunts, they'll be needing therapy for the rest of their fucking lives. There's no king. You don't hear the king talk king. Do I look like a queen? I do this shit for my fucking children. I don't do it for you. I do it so that I can say, see, child, I said something, and these smart cunts didn't say a damn word. And I said it to their fucking face. I didn't say it behind your back. What they want to do about it? Nothing. What are they going to say about it? Nothing. Oh, you made a nasty man out of me. Yeah. Let's watch you smart people run your fucking mouth now on this fucking day of no king. And I already shut you down with your no king bullshit yesterday. And I'm doing it again today. Every fucking function is performed by king, for king, by king, from king, for king, to king, top king. A lot of you are choking, suffering from fear. Just a gas. Probably a good one. Where's those alpha females that think they're men? You got invited here. See, I do this because most men have no respect for them fucking selves, and you can thank the women in their lives for that one. Right? Whoa. Walking is a function. And when you walk king. When you're hiking, you hike king. When you're biking, you bike king. When you're stalking people, you're stalking. Too many king words for the queens. What you doing? Choking? Your democracy died on my doorstep. I think we should end democracy now. On this day of no fucking kings. You're no king. The clock I'm milking. Time ticking, talking away. Anyone have a comment that's going to reimburse me for my education? No comment. See what happens when you educate yourself. Hey, look, everybody, I killed communism without a high school degree. That's fucking funny. How are these communists going to conform or communicate or conform to policies if they can't communicate them anymore without the language of king? Take the king away and there's no talking. And I'm streaming this on 4 different floors right now on 3 different devices. It's amazing. So I'm simulcasting this onto lots of floors simultaneously on this fucking day of no fucking king. Shit talk king right here. I am the troll king, shit talk king. I love trolling you clowns. Playing dumb is an art form. Faking stupidity, saying smart things, that's a skill set. Hey, your neckties are choking you out. So I don't know what makes these Democrats and communists think that there's no fucking king. No idea. I didn't tell them there was no king. Did you tell them there's no such thing as a king? And God and the king been reduced to a fucking conspiracy? Where's the king? There's no king. I think we can find better use for our tax dollars than sponsoring movements like No King. That's what I think, King. How do these people fucking function without King? When King is in every performance fucking function. Are your brains functioning or are they smoking? Fracking? Breaking? I do this to you every fucking day. And every day, you don't have a response from me. And it's fucking pissing me off. These queens are waiting on Jesus living in fucking Tomorrowland. I don't know how you're going to resolve any fucking thing. Governor Mills, you need to pack your shit and relocate to Massachusetts. Go somewhere else is what I'm thinking. People up here don't fucking want you here. They want you gone. That's what I'm observing. Right? Like, Maine wants to be a red state. Doesn't like the blue party right now. I don't know anybody that likes the blue party. Whoa. I think Maine's tired of being the poorest state in the country. That's what I'm thinking. And that's been the way for Mainers for so long. Give, 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 give. State takes, 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 takes. People are hungry up here. And if they're hungry, they're desperate. Henry Kissinger said, if you want to control people, control food. And that's exactly what Democrats do. They bait their base with free food and gimmicks. They're always trying to gimmick King. Gimme King. King. Gimme King. King. Too many king words for the communists to cope with. It's fucking hysterically funny. And they'll neither affirm or deny anything because of their level of personal responsibility. They're not fucking responsible for themselves. The queen is. George Soros, that's your queen. George Soros is your queen in the making. So I invited you all here to hear about this thing called Language of Kings Index. We call it low key. We keep it low key around here. I don't believe in advertising on television or in the newspaper. It's not cost effective. I know when striking to be fracking and breaking, sharking, shocking, body count, stacking. No one's stalking anything I'm saying, huh? Too many king words. I'm thoroughly against being a queen. So I'm going to say no to your No King's Day. King is talking. Isn't that amazing? Glad we could have this conversation. Do 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 do. Da, 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 da. See, when you know you're right, when no one disputes you, they'd rather avoid you. Non response is a response. Hmm. So a non-response is a fucking. I don't know how it confuses people. Do you? I don't. Oh, I don't. At 11 years of age, I was in the 97th percentile for English Lit and English Comprehension, Language and Linguistics, Vocation, Word Spells, Nomenclature, Word Magic. How come your brains don't fucking function? That's what I'm wondering these days. Every function is a function performed by King, like walking, walking. These people are hard of hearing and they're suffering from hearing impairment. They're tone deaf and mentally impaired. They don't have a response for King. They never do. Neither affirm or deny. Silent confession. For the king's eyes and the king's ears alone. They didn't say anything to the fucking king. A man is not a man is not a noun or property or someone's fucking possession. Not your people, not your person, I'm not your goddamn noun. No, a man is a verb. And a living man is a living king. Man is king of his own self, king, self governance, full body autonomy. Somehow that's fucking conspiracy for these goddamn smart people. I didn't ask for anything. I take everything. Kings don't need fucking permission or approval. So I want to see one of you commie bootlickers try to sit here and tell me that English is not the king's fucking language. And I'm running live on 3 floors. Not one of you said no yet. I'm live for an hour. And see, I do these things right in your face. I don't do it behind back. I don't need to hide anything. Thanks to both political parties, there's no privacy. That's the thing of the past. All eyes on me. Right? 5 eyes. Shout out to the intelligence community. You guys love me. Bow, bow, bow. Another one bites the dust. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Stinking this place up like Lincoln. Stinking Lincoln. Shit's fucking hilarious. take a moment to Google for yourself how many words have king in them. Recognize king as a syllable and not just a fucking title. And then when you realize for yourself there's over 2,000 words in the English language, and they're all describing functions of king, it'll be shocking. And you're going to try to tell me there's no king, talk king, speak king, think king, walk king, mock king, fuck king, mask king, no vaxing. Vexing. Confusing. Right? There's no king. Someday I'll tell AI to write a story about a king from Kinky Kingsville. And I went around causing a Kinkerton to occur. Kinky Kinkerton. He caused a kinky kinking to occur. You concur? No one concurs with the king kinking. Kinky kinking. All right. Tom Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. Thank God that's not my name. What did you do on the day of no king, Matthew? I proved that the king is, in fact, very much alive and real. So you guys are all full of shit and liars hooked on a reel. Just keeping it real. You're reeking, steaking, stanking, husking, smelling the place up. God. There's no king? That's the topic today. There is no such thing as king. So no talking, no speaking, no thinking, no mocking, and no masking. Is that the question I'm asking? No asking? No asking questions. I don't think anyone should be masking. No masking? Question. I don't think we should be wearing masks. No masking. This is when you start having too much fun with word magic, King. Or parlor tricking, or parlor ticking. Potty ticking. Ticking. The timing was just perfect, wasn't it? The Democrats and the communists are like, no more king! No more king! No more king! No more king, talk king. Don't do it. Hey, Random Man, I'm causing a kinky kinkerton to occur because I'm the fucking king. Do you concur? Couldn't help myself. Somebody had to fucking do it. I said, hey, may as well be me. Not your king. Now, Random Man, if you randomly go to a goddamn dictionary or Google and ask Google how many words have king in them, you'll find out there's about 2,000 words with king in them. And some people shit stink king, stank king, and shouldn't be must king. I'm shit talk king. When walking, walk king. And I made it happen. Because I'm the King Street King. They're going to hear the king talk king. You know what else I do really well? Mocking masking. Every function is done by king. I'm smoking. How did that happen? Right? When smoking, smoke king. When drinking, drink king. Doesn't say queen. Some people think a man has to have a fucking castle with 50 bedrooms before he can be king. I said, no, motherfucker. No. Motherfucking king can be in a box, king. Can be in a shack, king. That'll affect your think king. Now speak king. Talk king. Took king. Check king. Mock king. Cash king. Check king. King, 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 king. Kitty and the king, king. I'm the genie, Gin, Ginger, Ginny, Ginger, Inking King, Genie and Inking King. I spelt it out that I was fucking king. And there was no back talk king. No smirking, no lurching, and no fucking lurking. I'm peeking. Boo kings, boo kings, poking, hawk king, shit talk king. There's no king? How will you communicate anything without the king's codex and the king's language? And all these communists, there's no king. I'm like, guys, king is everywhere. The king's not nowhere. No, the king's everywhere. On this day of no king, I ended a entire fucking movement. Stopped it dead in its goddamn tracks. Bam, king. Posing as king, striking as king, stalking as king. On my high throne, on my high chair, the angry fucking king. The anchored king. Angered. From Bangor. Are you happy to see me? No. You like queens. You don't like fucking kings. Whoa. That right, Paul? There's no king top king. His name is my name too. Hey, look. They're all melting because of the king top king. Isn't that fucking funny? Can any of you read? Right? Express yourself carefully? Or do you just react to policies and political propaganda created by queens to control kings? Bam, king! I found a way to break these commie bastards. Now I'm basking in it. Bay King out of my mind. Coup King. Too many king words, you people. Oh no. Hi, Johan. Remember, you guys, it's End Democracy Now. Today. Today. Marching on all democratic cities. The political movement, no king. But, hold on. The king is talking. The king is living. The king is live. Long live the king. Talk king. Oh, wow. Anunnaki knock king. When knocking, you knock king. When striking, you strike the king. When fact check king, you check king. You shock the king. You shake the fucking king. And you peacock king in the process. Too many king words might cause a kinking to occur by the Queen's movement. The Queen's movement will fail immediately without notice. And no one will notice. They'll fail to fucking notice. Or they won't put anyone else on notice. But I caused you to notice. Without notice. Put you on notice. Without 2 weeks fucking notice. I'm not required to give you 2 weeks fucking notice before I move. Move without notice. And you win every fucking time. Is that wild? The polls are locking down now. Right? Political polling said what? Remember, I put this on 3 floors. Way to break the AI algorithm. Share, share, share. Have this shit streaking everywhere. You know? How many words have king in them? Every function is performed by king. Strippers on a pole, twerk king. I'm tweaking. Maybe you're tweaking. Maybe I'm a Cree king, Greek king. I shut down their fucking programming on this fucking day of no fucking king. The hypocrisy totally exposed. Said ass king. King on my ass king. Speaking as king, being as king, see king. Seeing king, not looking for any fucking thing. I'm not dazed or confused about a fucking thing. And for your information on my peeps and my peasants and my parps and peepholes, if you sit silent to king, you are consenting to fucking king. Isn't that amazing? On this day of no fucking king movement, I ended it before it started. I will make you say my fucking name. I will frack you. I will break you. I will rack you. Racking, fracking, breaking. Every goddamn function is a function a king performs. Work king. Strippers and hoes, what you doing? Twerking? Lesbians, die king for the king, die king. Paul, I declared war in 1991. I've been at war the fuck for 33 years. Where the fuck you been? It's a war on words. Wizards or warlocks. Wow. Turn upside down, you got mom. Mages or magis. I know. And I was 10 when I declared war. And now I'm winning. And the truth is leaking out. Why I drink king and smoke king and poke king and mock king? Check king, cash king, right? I beat their asses down with a 9th grade education. Because I'm fucking 9. Tagging 9. A king does it on his own fucking dollar because he's not a goddamn hooker. King's a pimp. Fish hook king. Trolling. Shit talk king. Master baiting with lines. Fishing for reactions. Mental manipulations. The art of conversions. Break on through to the other side. I'm recruiting. It's amazing, Johannes. I'm telling you. I'm the strangest person I know around here because I pay for everything with cash. Buy my food with cash. I pay my rent with fucking cash. I need 144,000 Dark Warriors, Darklings. This is the Dark Lord speaking, rising. I may as well be like Voldemort or something. Dark Lord rising. The Dark King. And I'm not even joking. Hell of a position. I know. That is the trick. Why do you think I'm laughing at Todd Church all day long, every fucking day? What a fucking clown. Choke king, to the king, talk king, speak king, think king, walk king, work king. There's no king. Todd's not a king. Todd's a dog. We'll tell you over and over. He's no king. Todd wants to be a queen. Todd's a queen in training. His cock is for tucking and taping. Ice cream! You scream! I want ice cream! I don't need entertainment. Holy fuck. I'm entertained. I'm laughing my ass off. Can you imagine if everybody had to hear this shit at the same time? It'd be traumatizing. Fracking would occur. Egos break king. And then wake king. You gotta break the king before you wake the king. You gotta shock the king, strike the king, shake the king. I'm not a fucking people or a person. I'm a fucking king. I'm my own god king. Watch all these alpha females now, David. They lost their ball sack king. And if you're sacking, you're setting, or teabagging. Maybe I'm Santa Claus. Bagging hose. Ho, 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 ho. Tricking queens into not top king to the king top king. Proper identity, right? What is political science anyway? Identifying as a dog or a fucking king? I don't know. I can't relate to any fucking thing. Sorry, Johnson, you can't take a king. You can't take me. You're already checked. Check king. How the fuck are they gonna take me when they're in fucking check king? They got dance twerk for the king. Twerk king. I'm working. Don't fucking bother me. Can't you see I'm in here mucking it up, stinking it up, stanking it up, musking it up? Smells like cologne. Leave it the fuck alone. What the fuck, man? Shit talk king. You smell the roses yet? You're hiding, man. No. I think you miss the whole fucking fact, right? Stepped right out in the center of the boat arena and caused the arcing, sparking, fracking, breaking to occur, didn't I? And I didn't go anywhere. You ran in the other fucking goddamn direction, shit streaking in your fucking underwear. Having a bowel movement. No boss! And you know what's even more important in this process, David? The king lives on. Shit talk king. I survive for tomorrow. I live today. And I survive for tomorrow. Oh. They didn't get me today. They didn't get me tomorrow either. And today becomes yesterday. So they didn't get me yesterday. They didn't get me today. They didn't get me tomorrow either. They're never fucking getting me. And I did it on this fucking day of no fucking king. Made a complete mockery of you cider fucking whores. Fact check king. I do my own banking, speaking, talking, barking, working. I must be the war king, hawking, talking, hoobastanking, thinking, stonking, stanking, streaking. Your IQ is fucking embarrassing. America has the most expensive education in the fucking world. Look what I did to you for a fucking dollar. Embarrassing. Wasn't your dollar, America. My goddamn dollar. I don't fucking owe you anything. But I silenced you for a fucking dollar on this day of no fucking king. That's what I did with my day today. We should mark it in the history books and take it to fucking market. Call New York Times about it. That communist shit rag. Call those media fucking welfare hookers. Look what I did to you for a fucking dollar on this goddamn day. And no fucking king. You lying horse. You don't run under your own gas. You can't sustain yourselves. You need my dollars to sustain your ass. And I don't want to give them to you anymore. I don't want to give my fucking money to anyone. So I hope you like my Logic King and my parlor ticking and potty ticking. And notice the body count is stocking up and stacking up. It's so many. So many. So many. I'm glad we could have this dialogue. The rhetoric did wonders for my prodigy. I don't see a point in chasing barking dogs anywhere. I learned that lesson from my fucking daddy. You don't chase squabbling, bitching, whining, barking dogs anywhere. On this day of King, I, Matthew Burr, shut the queens down, King. By the King, for the King, from the King, to the King, King to King, King of fucking kings, cause the goddamn King to occur. Do you fucking concur? Do you agree? Disagree? Yes? No? Because there's no fucking middle ground. Very divisive and very decisive. It's either a yes or a no, man. I should be a lawyer, huh? The next Johnny Cochran. Without a degree, without a license, operating without anyone's permission or consent. One smooth fucking operator. Like my qualifications, I'm I'm over and underqualified at the same time. Paradox. Hi, Abigail. Welcome to my commentary on this quote unquote day of no king. Please take a moment and read the headline for yourself. Follow my directions, and you might be traumatized into learning something. I gave it to you for free. I didn't sell this to you, I gave it to you. How many words have king in them? You ever think king? This is not a religion. It's a way of thinking. When thinking, speak king and talk king. I'm simply telling you that all functions are functions of a king. Walk king, talk king, speak king, think king, drink king, smoke king. But there's no king. Today is a day Democrats are celebrating no king. And I said, no king, K-N-O-W, no king. English is the language of king. So where's the king? Everywhere. That's what they're not getting. The king is in everything. And I'm Mock King. Strike king, check king, shock king, shake king, shook king, looking king, moving king, rocking. When adding ing to anything, it's now moving. The rock is rocking. It's a law of movement. Genie and the inking king. But the inking comes after the speaking comes. Someone had to say something first before it could ever get inked on paper, or stationery. So they could see it in a stationary manner where it wasn't moving for the king, top king. Does your brain function? Thinking is a function of king. Think king, speak king, talk king, work king, twerk king, tweaking attitudes, right? Checking them at the door. You gotta rock the king, shake the king, stroke the king, strike king. Times tick king, talking. You see why I got banned from TikTok? Some people wanted to say I was TikTok king. Whoa. TikTok king because of 60-second videos and they're gone in 60 seconds. I didn't need 2 minutes, 3, 5. I fried their fucking brain in 1 minute. Caused fracking to occur. So everything is a function of king. Working, walking, talking, hiking, biking, look king, hook king. Where's the king? Right? Dick King around. Dick King, docking, dorking. Funny shit, isn't it? I'm doing this on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Giving a smack king down. A royal one. A royal smack king down. Cause a fracking, cracking, and breaking to occur. You know what's funnier? I didn't tell him which way to go, so technically I left him like piles of dog shit on the floor. Hardcore, parkour, no barking, no parking, fines. Fines for parking without talking. No smirking, no lurking, no back talking, no fucking mocking. And all the men, none of them are going to be offended because there was no color in pride. It's about what? Self-governorship, full body autonomy. It's my choice. It's my fucking body. There's me mocking the Democrats. I said no masking. Now I'm mocking. I said no vaccine. I wasn't joking. I'm not guessing. I'm hoobastank shit talking. It's my choice. It's my fucking body. It's my body. It's my choice. If I don't want your shit in me, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Fire them all. How you feel about that one? Hey, Joe Smo Bro from Kokomo. Tom, Dick, and Harry, Larry, Curly, and Moe. Fire everyone. We could have a reset that way, or we could go to civil war. If we fire everyone, less people will die. That's the selling point. You want a civil war with your neighbors? Or you fire your senators and your politicians and your political pimps, hookers, and whores? Do you fire them? Because they work for the king. And the king talk king. I want to see all these motherfuckers cleaning ditches. I want to see Hillary in a jumpsuit fucking swinging a pickaxe, breaking rock for the rest of her fucking life. Twerking for bread and water. Sounds fucking good to me. We don't need bigger prisons. We need to release everybody that's in prison for simple possession of marijuana or mushrooms. Decriminalize these things and release all these men from prison for simple possession and nonviolent crimes. And in this process, we'll alleviate the prisons of a lot of their prisoners, and they'll have capacity for more inmates. Like the nurses and the doctors who passed out the death shots and clot shots for a living. The ones that got paid to fucking kill people. And they're just doing their fucking jobs. You know, morality's a motherfucker, ain't it? Your Democratic Party wants to make it socially acceptable to transition infants and toddlers' genders without consent of either parent. Trumping parents' rights, and children obviously can't speak for themselves, so They don't have any fucking rights. They're property. The church estate's property. Like, wow, parents don't have rights, and the children are the church estate's property. Not mind-boggling. And I bet Paul will respect me more than most for saying shit like that. Because, Paul, most men will never be able to say it. Like I don't mind. Getting tricked into chemical castration to get an early release from prison. They don't respect men. Society is anti-male. They want men to be queens. And the next generation of women will be incubators. Women are going to get phased out completely. You'll have designer babies coming out of test tubes and incubators. Does that sound good, Paul? World's going gay. Due to atrazine and chemical castration and sterilization of our young men and women. Parents, if you vaccinated your children, they won't be having children. You took that from them. You took from your children the right to have children. That's what you took from your children. Their ability to have children. If that's not treason, Paul, I don't know what is. That's why my brother Caleb's laughing right now. He's been dead 25 years. Died because of chemical exposure and the crap they vaccinated him with in the military. My brother Caleb didn't want me being a voodoo cushion, pin cushion, a fucking goddamn lab rat. Told me not to enlist. I didn't. Makes life a lot harder that way, don't it? I should have been dead already. Where's my goddamn trophy? I'm still alive because I don't fucking listen to any one of you. Scientific fact. I'd let you in, but fuck, I don't know if they'll let you in. You try. On this day of no king, shut this Queen's movement down. Man is king. Better get a fucking dictionary. You hear me? Can you hear me all right?
Yep, I hear you good, man.
Yeah. That's just goddamn funny.
Okay, so where's the starting point? What's the subject talking about here? Are we still talking about king?
Well, the basis of my thesis is that English is the king's command and control codex.
Okay, I understand that.
Every function a man performs is a function performed by a king.
So are you saying that by the audible sound that we hear, there are like commands written inside of our DNA that we have to like follow when we hear the sounds?
Yep.
Like the Pied Piper, like Peter Piper.
That's right.
Okay, I'm with you. But mostly I just want to listen.
So,
but I'll give my 10 cents whenever it's necessary. But go ahead, I'm listening.
you know, when you command as king. But you also have to understand certain laws. Everything is you get what you give.
And king means that nobody is in charge of the king. The king is in charge, right?
Right. Right.
And are we going to talk about the word charge? Because when you're in charge, that means you're in command.
Right.
So when you charge up a battery.
And when you're speaking, you're charging. You're charging the crowd when you're speaking.
So that word charge is also.
You're also charging the bull. Charging the bull. The bull's not charging you. You're fucking charging the bull.
Oh yeah, you can charge on a battlefield, huh? So yeah.
Right.
Oh, charging in basketball is a foul.
Right. And foul is dirty birds.
And they want to steal our charge. They want to charge us.
Right, but
they want to take away our charge. First of all, they want to charge us.
Last thing.
Charge on the battlefield because we're cannon fodder.
Right.
And then they want to steal our energy.
Right. Right.
Holy fuck, man. All right, I'm listening now. Go ahead.
Right. So every function is a function a king performs. So when you're thinking king. Think king. Now you're on king's frequency because you're thinking king.
I was thinking about this as you're saying it, and I realized there's a lot of words that don't end in king, like rushing.
Right.
Like that.
No. But there's over 2,000 words that do. Walking. Rock king.
So, are you saying that those are the words that we should pay attention to?
Mama's in the kitchen, cook king. Bake king.
I got you there. What I'm saying is...
Everything is done for the king. They're trying to say there's no king, but everything is done for the king. Even the strippers twerking.
I got you, man. I got you.
So I'm trying to figure out how to fuck king. There's no king. How the fucking fuck is there no fucking king when king is in everything? Their brains are stinking. Who was king? You're sent? No must king. I do my own banking. And when you're fact checking, who are you working for? The king? Fact check king? Right?
There we go. There's some light.
Smoking.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about this subject because I've never really thought about it too much.
You're not supposed to. English derives from Latin, and I realized how this overlaps into the Sumerian kings list, and I'm like, holy shit. English is a dumbed down language for the dogs, the Roman dogs. English is language of dog. Religious men are dogmatic. War dogs are soldiers. Law dogs, police officers. Sick dogs. Sea dogs are pirates and merchants at sea. And you dog your mama.
But it's not the Roman alphabet either. It's the Phoenician alphabet.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, this whole stuff about talking about language is the root language. We all want to find the root language. That way we can all talk to each other, right?
Right?
Like,
Well, I just started seeing it funny, man. Religious people are dogmatic, so dog men and dog women follow dog mama. Dog your mama.
well, there was a saint in the Bible who was some type of dog man. I can't remember his name. He was a saint though. I can't remember which one it was.
Mama. Right? And I'm always dogging the mamas. You notice that? They always give me a fucking hard time, right? When I always riding the bitches in the house. Right? And I'm like, well, have you ever seen them walking down the street, these street walkers? Right? And they're advertising, right? And then they don't like the attention they get. But then I walk up to them and say, you know, if you change your clothing and change your appearance, people give you a different attitude.
Are you saying like just more, less revealing? They'll treat you better?
No, I'm not trying to say what. Yeah, they'll know. No, it's royalty attitude. If you think you're a queen, then you will dress like a queen, and people will treat you like a queen because you think you are a queen. But if you're walking around looking like a streetwalker and a hooker, well,
That's how you're gonna get treated.
that's how you're gonna get fucking treated.
And so women these days, man, is crazy. They
So ultimately, they do it to themselves. They love abusing themselves. They hate themselves.
I don't want to even try to put myself in the mind of a woman. I just don't want to. I really don't.
I got 4 daughters. I got 4 sisters.
Yeah.
I know a lot about women. And they don't like that I know this stuff.
Women are definitely different than men, man. That's all I can really say. They're definitely different.
Their biggest power is mental manipulation. Eminem, mental manipulation.
Before we stop talking about women real quick, let me ask you this. Are women supposed to be leaders of men?
No, men are supposed to lead themselves. Men are not pack animals. They're not herd animals. They're not cattle. They're not cows.
I agree that men should lead themselves, but specifically, women should not lead men. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. As long as we can agree with that, then I'm happy. Let's keep going. That's the win for me. That's a victory.
So then I asked women, I started asking them a series of questions. And rule number 1 is, besides your vagina, which is a cum catcher or a cum dumpster, what are you actually bringing to the table besides somebody else's children? Because most men, they don't want to raise somebody else's fucking children.
Oh, fuck no.
Right?
We will. Hey, we will. But we don't want to.
And then in the process, I also tell them I can cook, I can clean, I can sew, I can do my own fucking laundry. What the hell do I need you for? I can build my own house, the shelter, and provide for my fucking self. What the hell are you bringing to the table besides an attitude?
Yeah.
Why would I want to move why would I want to move an alpha female into my home who thinks she's the breadwinner and the husband in my fucking house when I'm the goddamn husband in my fucking house and I'm the goddamn breadwinner for my house? It's my goddamn house.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I don't want to wear a goddamn pink slip. I don't want to fucking wear a dress. I don't want to suffer anxiety waiting on a pink slip because somebody else is my fucking employer.
Who are you talking about as your employer? What does that mean?
A man is his own damn boss. So if you're your own boss, you're your own employer.
I got you.
That means you create your own fucking job. You don't go looking for one.
Can I change the subject real quick?
Yep.
Remember a couple days ago when you went live and that song? And you had an company?
Yep.
So you started off by talking about underwater turbines that would cause weather phenomena.
Well, we've been doing that to ourselves as a species for hundreds of years. Even Napoleon.
It's really cool, actually. And there's a lot of different companies that have their own versions of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about this.
No, it's classified intel, man. I discovered it by accident.
Yeah, the same way you'll see a field of wind turbines,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the same thing is happening under the ocean. You'll see a whole bunch of them. And the thing is, so wait, I was agreeing with everything you were saying, but you got to say something. It's not that you didn't know it, it's just that you didn't say it. Because you were talking to somebody who didn't understand what you were talking about, so you didn't go into depth about it. But you didn't say one important thing, and it was you did touch on it, but you didn't finish it off. And it's that, you know, these things they can generate electricity because they're collecting the current from the ocean, right?
Right.
But basically, it's a small charge that's generating. It's a small charge that's generating. But they put the electricity that they get into a bank. It's called an accumulator.
Right.
It's called an accumulator. And so these things, even though they're only putting in a little bit at a time, they're putting it into a bank. And this bank can send all that electricity that they've been collecting for a long time into one big charge. Boom! They can unleash it all at once.
Right.
All those small charges building up.
Right.
That's how they get that fucking one big one to just go.
They can use those turbines. They can.
Anyways.
I was recognizing and realizing that they can use those turbines as a weather weapon, a weapon of war.
Absolutely.
And most people don't even know these fucking things exist because it was Russia that put them off the coast of the U.S. of A.
I'll tell you why people don't know they exist. It's because they say, this is a lie, this is what they say, even though it's a lie. They say that all these projects are failed attempts at doing it. They said they're all failures.
I think they just say that all these experiments fail. I don't, you know, I think they do. They do it so they can keep them for themselves. No, exactly. It's to control the technology.
They were all successful, dude. They were all successful. It's easy. The technology already existed. It's not like, how can you fail at something that's already a success? They're lying. It's so successful that they're like, oh shit, we gotta pull back on this because anybody can fucking do it. That's why. And on top of that, if anybody can do it, then anybody can have this massive force. Because all you really need is, here, I didn't mean to skip over it. But here, one more thing is, what's really cool is if you have a satellite with a laser and you fire a laser into the ocean, you can generate a tornado, right? And then if you move the laser, you can direct where the fucking tornado goes. When I say tornado, I mean if you increase the frequency on these lasers, you increase the destructive power of the tornado, man. And you can make them look like a tornado is a natural disaster. When really, it's a directed energy weapon, and you can't see the laser because the laser is invisible because of the spectrum that it's on.
Right.
And all you can see is a tornado.
Right. Well, people.
Talk about getting away with murder. Oh, man.
Do you know what murder is?
Go ahead,
You know what murder is? It's a flock of crows.
murder is what?
Flock of crows.
I understand that. You think I don't understand that, but I do. I understand exactly what you're saying.
I have a flock of crows that lives out back. It's kind of wild.
When it comes to grouping of things, there's a name for a specific grouping of things, which is really cool. Yeah, and you find that information if you in book called it's either the Prose Edda or the Elder Edda. It's in one of those two books. And it's really, really cool.
Yeah, no, some of the words are really funny around groups of animals and etc.
Things.
Now, I started realizing from these turbines, right? The idea of a mineral trap. the language around it is I'm open to, it has a very simplistic idea to this. If you put a drum in the bottom of the ocean, right, with a collar and a filter, a filter over the top of it, I believe you can resonate that drum at a frequency of your choice, and it will attract that frequency from the ocean.
So, sir, could you do it?
Say that again.
Okay, just go back a little. And
okay, here's an example. Let's say argon is 300. Let's say argon is 360 hertz. Right. But let's say I play the frequency of 360 hertz. Right, hold on. My phone over here is dying. All right, so if you play the frequency of the thing, okay, you're breaking up bad. If you play the frequency of the thing, I think you'll be able to track that material into the drum.
Yeah, because we're better together, and things that are the same, they are drawn to each other. Yeah, like things are drawn to each other. Of course, that's true.
So yeah. We can use this understanding to attract mineral content right out of the ocean, extract it from the Holy See, an extraction method.
So, you know how when silver grows in water, you talking about? So, if the electrical charge of water, silver. So, yeah, silver bonds.
This is also a way of. This could also be used as a way of cleaning water.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that the charging the water, cleaning the water, extracting soft metal toxins from the water, mercury, fluoride, these things, you'd be able to extract them back out.
Yeah, because the money will all go to one space. All biological matter will move to one spot, and the clean water will either rise to the top or sink to the bottom. I'm not sure which, but it'll probably rise to the bottom. It'll probably rise to the top, is my guess.
Right.
So you'll probably have a layer of biological material at the top that will rise.
Yeah.
And metals will probably sink.
Right.
Okay. So the pure water will probably be in the middle then, probably.
And you could think about how you could impact nature with these things by putting them up the top of your riverways. These
I'm sure that's exactly what they used to do back in the day. We used to have so fast back in the day.
We were filtering. We were actually caring about the waterways. We were land managing. We were proper.
So that people did not pollute at we were instead of we constantly purifying. It used to be way back in the day.
Right. They were putting copper in the rivers. They were putting copper in the riverways to prevent disease and bacteria from building up in the waterways. Copper prevents disease. The hospitals 200 years ago were coated in copper. The operating tables, the sinks, anything that touched the human hand, skin contact, was coated in copper, and I didn't understand why. And then I found out why. Bacteria cannot develop on a copper-based surface. It can't grow in a copper-rich environment.
Also gold also. But yeah, keep going.
Well, I realized that we weren't mining gold from the Grand Canyon. From the Grand Canyon, we were harvesting copper.
Could be very, very, very possible. Very possible.
But if you refine copper, you get gold. Because ultimately, what you'll learn from the Emerald Tablets is everything is of the same.
So
everything comes from everything. Everything is of the same thing.
It's just
everything is carbon in its nature. Everything is carbon in its nature. But what these corrupt bankers did is contaminated the environment with smart dust and nanoparticulates based in graphene. Then they went and filed a fucking patent on graphene-based life forms, which is what everyone technically is right now because of their toxic fucking environment. You're full of graphene because you breathe it in the air. You see what they sick fucks did?
So you think that they changed it?
They filed a patent on graphene-based life forms because they contaminated the environment, so they could change everyone from a carbon-based life form to a graphene-based life form. You had that. That's a complete violation of free will. You didn't have no say in this.
Here, I'm gonna change the subject a little bit, okay? What do you think about people?
It's like getting fucking raped.
What do you think about people being cloned?
Oh, I know all about it. They've been doing it. I keep telling people they need to study at Tavistock Institution. They, designer babies, Tesla and the Cabbage Patch Kids.
There you go.
There's a lot of goddamn rabbit holes. A lot of you will never go down unless I pick you up and body slam you down the fucking rabbit hole. I saw a music video about it one time, and I could never find it again. I almost died laughing watching this music video. It was funny as shit. It was a stalker rat. It was a big 6-foot bunny. It was just running around grabbing people and throwing them down a fucking body, down the rabbit hole.
That's funny. Like an AI thing.
It was an AI thing, but I still about laughed because I was so inspired. I was like, holy fuck, I'm that 6-foot bunny. I'm just going to grab these motherfuckers and throw them head first down the rabbit hole. And there's no going back. They can't back out because they got shoved head first down it. They're going to have to go through the loop-de-loop. That's why I started laughing. Because I knew all I got to do is throw them head first down the rabbit hole and they'd have no fucking choice but to go forward. And they're going to do the loop-de-loop. And it's because I made them do it.
Let me ask you another question, okay? How often do regular people come into contact with clones?
Oh, they watch clones on television every day.
Okay, so my question is.
But in real life terms, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say when you understand orphan trains and running around children of the corn kind of fuckers out there, Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how many are soulless beings because they're byproducts of a lab from 100 years ago.
Do you think that a lot of Asian people look the same because?
Hi, Tanya. I'm in 3 places at the same time, violating laws of quantum physics. I want to get back to this Kings thing, though, because this is really funny shit, man. I can't get over how fucking funny it is. Right?
So here, kind of begin with it. That way,
your phone is messing up bad, man.
I can hear you just think to.
All right.
Here, what you talking about?
I'm going to put you back in the crowd, man. It's breaking up too much. I can't hear nothing.
Sounds good.
All right.
That's it. Fine. Sounds okay.
I can't understand anything you're saying. It's all garbage. It's all static. Garble. I can't make out what you're saying right now. My phone's dying. But I want to keep this running on all of my devices at the same time. On this day of kings, I talk king, I speak king, I think king. English is language of king. English was created by kings for kings to control their peasants, their peoples, and their perks, which is their fucking nouns, which is their property, which is their human chattel, which is their food source. They don't protect their people, they fucking feed off their people. Check, king, said the mad fool king of Babylon. It's me. You're on check now. Better start talk king. I spit tips on, no on, I on, no I know on a lot of things you don't know. The scariest thing for you is you have no idea what I don't know. I do know the English is the language of king. I do know when you run from a cockfight, you're out of rudder. That's a leash. May as well be a dog collar wrapped around your neck. A necktie. A hangman's noose. Preemptively put there. You put it there. I didn't put it there. You volunteered to put your neck in a noose. Not me. You all. I hope you enjoy my gospel. Everything is function of king. When walk king, walk king. When hike king, hike king. When you see king, you're see king. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not seeking for anything. I am see king. Vying for king by king. Check king. When moving, move like lightning. Strike king. At king. Strike king. King's in check. How will you communicate anything without the language of King's Index, which is English, or better, you know it as Dog Latin. It's proper name. Because that's what it is. It's language of dog. Are you dogs? Dogs don't bark at kings. Dogs don't bark at dragons either. You know? Bigger predator. Scarier. Right? Proper etiquette of king. Size of your home doesn't matter, has no bearing on whether you're king or not king. You could be in a shack and be king of it, shack king. The body count is stacking. I'm the hunter stalking. Predator, not prey. Nothing scarier than the person that tells you what they're doing, why they're doing it, when they're doing it, in the process of. in the moment. Own it. I own it. Mine. Now. Happy No King's Day, everybody. Is this shit funny? English was created by kings for queens to use. Queens don't take kings. Queens get taken by kings. I think this right now is the funniest thing I've ever done in my life. One of the funniest streams ever. And they're not even talking on this day of No King. Shit Street King in their underwears. King of the Airways. Pop in your ear. Prince of Principalities. Principles. Let's talk about them. You don't have any. You don't know anything about elementals or principles. So you don't have any fucking morals or goddamn scruples. You don't have any. How unethical of you. No balls at all. Looks like I shut down the shit show movement. And it only took one to say something.